Yeah, Mike, he was throwing good. When we put him in, we double switched so we could get a couple innings out of him. With our bullpen, we were one being short. I didn't want to burn it out in one inning. Using three guys. If I bring Burdack in, I got to, once if we get to the fourth spot, you bring somebody else in. And, he threw the good ball good enough in the seventh inning, but should have brought him in. Tonight he didn't have the command he's had all year long. Behind in the count, that's certainly something he hasn't done in a long time. I mean, they got great power. I'm not saying that. They seem to, we don't seem to make fixes when we need to make them. I mean, they hit balls out of ballparks like there's nothing to it. But they got, it's their lineup. They go up there to hit a home run.
Just the role that already had been on, how strange is it for you to see him not have the top stuff that he had before?
Well, I'm certainly surprised as well as he's been pitching, but it happens. It was just one of those things, like I said, the command of his knuckleball tonight was not what it had been. And when you face these guys, they take a lot of pitches. You got to command them. And it was just one of those games.
Terry, did you consider Burdack to start the eighth at all?
I just answered that now on the first wave. Yeah, we did. But what we thought with our bullpen in the shape it was in, that I didn't want to have to use it for just a couple of guys, and then all of a sudden go to somebody else, and now you burn three guys in one inning. That's why I made the double switch to try to get 2 innings out of Miguel to get us deeper in the game. So, but obviously the results are short problem.
Terry, do you ever wish you had a second left-hander in the bullpen to work with?
Well, again, we answer that every week. And the answer is, yeah, it's always nice, but they're not easy to come by. And if you get one that's not effective, having them down there doesn't help them much.
Terry, just one more thing on that. Did you consider Ramon at all? You had talked sometimes that you had a reverse split. Sometimes against lefties, it's just too soon with him coming back.
Yeah, I mean, he just pitched, I think, yesterday, so I thought it would be a situation played itself out to where, Miguel's, again, a guy that we think keeps the ball in the ballpark because of the sinker. And, got the change up and get it up.
Hey Terry, we didn't get a chance to talk to you after the announcement that Frank's going on the DL. Just can you fill us in on just what was the final, decision, like why the decision?
Doctors felt it was something that could be certainly aggravated easily. Frankie didn't feel very comfortable with his answers, and it wasn't a thing where, look, I'm going to be okay in a couple of days. So a combination of what we heard from the doctors and what we heard from Frankie was decided to put him on the DL.
Anything else, guys?
Well, it's extremely important because we had a lead and we kind of gave them some runs. And they had an error that kind of led to some runs for us as well. But, you get a tough break where Tex gets, you can't see because of the runner on the ground ball, and they end up tying up the game. And CC had thrown pretty well up to that point. And then, after they tied it up, to get a big home run to Robbie like that, it's extremely important because these are important games. I mean, we've talked about it that your division is extremely important this year, and every win is important to us, and that's just a huge home run for me.
You've also spoken a little bit about Soriano prior to tonight's game, but what a luxury to have him in that ninth inning of the combination.
Yeah, in the absence of Mo, you have a guy that's really experienced there in that situation. And, if he's not here, you're asking David Robertson to do it. He ended up getting hurt, and then there's not a lot of experience. So it's worked out really well. He's been great.
I know in the end it didn't wind up mattering, but you guys have been very good defensively all year. League low 29 errors coming into tonight, but
Yeah.
defensively you guys had some mishaps.
Yeah, we had some miscues today. Stu's a very good thrower. He usually makes outstanding throws. If he makes it a decent throw, he gets towards, that leads to run. And Robbie, I don't know if the ball hit the lip there or what happened. I couldn't see it, but Robbie's so sure-handed, and that led to the big inning for them in the 6th inning. But we were able to overcome it. That's important.
Joe, facing a pitcher had not given up runs since May 22nd. How big was that first run and then the 3-run homer?
It's important because you look at the inning before we get some runners in scoring position, and David Wright makes a tremendous play on CC, just a tremendous play, and to come back and bounce back and get 4 the next inning, I thought was really good.
Joe, considering some of the things that were said, at the beginning of the series on Friday and all, is there any added satisfaction in winning 2 out of 3?
No, I don't get caught up in that ball. I really don't.
You think your players do it? I don't mean to.
It's possible. It's possible, but our players have been through enough, and they understand that words really aren't going to change the complexion. You got to go out and play the game, and we try to win every series.
Well, considering earlier today you said you'd like to play 3 games against the Mets every year. Considering you won 5 out of 6, would you like to continue playing?
No,
6?
I just think there should be a winner every year. I mean, I just feel that, and I've said it, and I'll say it again. It should be more of a balanced schedule.
Joe, obviously there were some defensive issues behind him, but it's pretty uncharacteristic to see CC give up a lead tonight. What did you see going on with him out there tonight?
They hit some balls in the hole. He walked a few guys. I mean, realistically, he could have gave up 1 earned run tonight. Realistically. And I don't know what the earned runs are. Was it 1? Yeah. So, I mean, I thought he pitched a pretty good game. They made him work. They made him work in the first inning, got his pitch count up, and they made him work the last couple innings. And I thought that was part of, what got him out of the game.
Just on Cano's at bat right there, where you see obviously a pivotal part of the game, and also you've seen different managers sort of treat him differently. Did you anticipate getting left in that spot?
I don't know. How Terry uses. He's got 1 lefty, so I'm not exactly sure how he uses that 1 lefty. We got a couple switch hitters coming that have had a lot of success off of right-handers or left-handers the last couple of years. So Robbie's at bat. I mean, he's got a lot of power. And when I saw him, he didn't try to do too much. He drove it to center field, and that just tells me that he's not overswinging.
This is supposed to be a pitcher's duel tonight, I guess. Are you surprised by the way things unfolded out there tonight?
I thought R.A. just had the 1 bad inning, really, and he threw the ball pretty well. CC, gave up some unearned runs. You're going to see that. It seems like a lot of times you'll talk about what a great pitching matchup, and that's what happens. And then there'll be other days you don't talk anything about the pitching matchup, and it's a 2-1 game. It's baseball, and it just shows you the human part. It shows you as good as R.A.'s been, he is human, and he can, guys can put some good wood on some balls he throws. They don't do it very often, but we did it tonight.
Did you think Teps could have scored in that 2nd inning, or was?
I think he would have been out.
On Torres' single, was Tech screened on that ball?
Yes, he got screened. Yes.
Did the runner hesitate in front of him?
I think so, yeah.